Alright guys, welcome back to LJ Reactions. As you guys are new to the channel, or if you're old subscribers, I told you guys if you may not see a couple of days of uploading due to either have school or work. And again, it's the same thing, we got school and work. And also that I might be applying for Customs Border Patrol, which at the airport here in Tampa, one of the supervisors talked today said they're actually hiring, so might be filling an application for that. Stay tuned for that. Today is going to be Elimination Chamber preview and predictions. I want to give you guys a little something before the weekend is almost here. And then Sunday we'll have Elimination Chamber. So I want to give you guys a quick little video because it's been a couple days. Get a cup of water, get something to eat or something to drink. But I might have a little bit of a chit chat for this preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber. So catch you guys back here in a quick second. Alright guys, as we look at Elimination Chamber taking place on Sunday. The funny thing is, going to this show, the biggest story is resolving around Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey. Going to the Chamber, that is the biggest story taking place right now. It ain't no Mustafa Ali getting injured, replaced by Kofi Kingston. Give you guys a quick update. The whole situation with Kofi Kingston, that whole thing that he took place on Saturday was going to be for Mustafa Ali. So ain't none of this and that, oh, they got to make Kofi look strong, just to think he might do something. No, that whole story was actually written for Mustafa Ali. It just had to be, it was given to Kofi Kingston due to Mustafa Ali being injured. And also, I forgot which Uso it is. I think it was Jey Uso. Don't quote me wrong, guys, but the Uso who's married to Naomi. He got arrested for DUI. And Naomi was with him in the car, so the whole situation, and he got booked for arrest, and then he placed bond. So those aren't the biggest stories. Becky Lynch is still the biggest story, people. I'm sorry I did not react to Charlotte Flair reaction. There were a couple of you guys asking, react to Charlotte Flair's promo on SmackDown. I did see her promo. It was pretty damn good. I liked her intensity. I like her cockiness, because again, right now, Charlotte Flair is the biggest heel in the company as of right now. She is the biggest heel in the company, and anything that she's going to be doing right now, taking place up until WrestleMania, is going to be, again, I know we wanted a one-on-one match with Ronda Rousey, but Charlotte Flair does bring a little bit more experience to the ring, so the main event is still going to turn out pretty damn good. And I mean, we're getting three of the best women wrestlers. I mean, you can say two of the best women's wrestlers in the company right now. And I mean, it's going to be the main event. So, I mean, you don't want the crowd. I mean, let's be honest. If Becky Lynch faces Ronda Rousey one-on-one in the main event, you don't want Ronda Rousey to be like, no offense, she's wrestled in MMA pay-per-views a lot. She's main evented a lot of MMA pay-per-views. WrestleMania main eventing is a whole different story. She did a great-ass job last year with Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon. But a WrestleMania main event, when you're in the ring by yourself against somebody else, you know, it's the first time ever. You know, maybe next year she'll be ready. But we'll see. It's still going to be a great-ass match. I think the addition of Charlotte Flair, yes, it hurts Asuka, because we don't know who Asuka's going to face at WrestleMania. That's the one downside to Charlotte Flair being added to this match. As we'll get into the SmackDown Women's Championship, who Asuka's going to face. I mean, guys, rumors are it's going to be Natalya. Come on, man. Natalya versus Asuka does not sound like WrestleMania 35 card. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at that rate, you might as well just have, again, like I said, 6-woman ladder match. First ever 6-woman ladder match. I mean, Natalya versus Asuka screams piss break for me. No offense, Natalya. That just screams to me like she's done nothing all year, and out of the blue, you're going to give Natalya a main event spot. You know what I'm saying? But, again, Becky Lynch is still the main story, and so is Charlotte Flair. So let's get into this Elimination Chamber preview and predictions, guys. The build-up to this card. There's only a couple. The build-up to this card has not been great on Raw. It's been pretty much you're building towards Becky Lynch, Ronda, and Charlotte Flair. That's where Raw's main focus is right now on Raw. Now, SmackDown has tried. I'll give SmackDown has tried to build up Elimination Chamber, but, I mean, again, You have Fastlane coming up in literally 3 weeks, people. So, like, you're going to be jumping from Elimination Chamber straight to Fastlane. And after Fastlane, you have 3.5 weeks for WrestleMania build. Like, get rid of Fastlane. Fastlane does not need to take place. Elimination Chamber is okay. And after the Chamber, you build towards WrestleMania. We don't need to see Fastlane. We don't need to see Fastlane. We don't. So, this is not going to be a quick preview. It's not going to be a long preview predictions. Because, again, I don't really care about half of this stuff on the show. But let's get into the shit which we don't care about on the show. Starting off the bat with Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley versus Lio Rush in a handicap match for the IC title. I expect Bobby Lashley to keep the belt because, again, Kevin Owens is coming back. And I think he said 1 more month he'll be cleared to go. So, I'm looking at Finn Balor to lose here and Finn Balor to get ready to face The Undertaker. Now, you guys can say, The Undertaker versus Finn Balor. I think that's what Taker is going to be doing for Mania. I don't see Undertaker wrestling at all these bunch of overseas shows and not wrestling at WrestleMania. There's no way The Undertaker is going to be wrestling at these overseas shows that he did forgot even what the shows were fucking called. I think it was like Crown Jewel and some other shit. He'll be at WrestleMania, people. I see him at WrestleMania. So I see Finn Balor getting ready to face The Undertaker. And I see Bobby Lashley getting ready to take on Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. So I see Lashley and Rush maybe to win by DQ or some shit. But I don't see Finn Balor beating Bobby Lashley for the IC title. Now, if Finn Balor somehow won the match, I'm not going to complain. I just don't care to see it. Because we've seen Bobby Lashley on my screen too much. Too much. Again, what else? Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin could give 2 shits less. I don't care who wins this match. Strowman will win. Alright? Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa. Buddy Murphy is great for the Cruiserweight division. And he also is great with who he takes home in bed. So I'm going with Buddy Murphy to win here. Again, there's no way he's losing. He's been doing great as the Cruiserweight champion, by the way. Let's see. Let's get rid of these boring ass matches before we get to the main matches here. Is there anything else on this card that we don't care about? Damn, there's not that many matches on this card. All right, let's get to the tag team championships. Now, again, one of the Usos brothers was just arrested. Now, some way, somehow, they got to get to the Miz versus Shane McMahon. So, with now one of the Usos being arrested, does Vince say, damn, I don't know if I can trust you. So, am I going to give you the belt or not? After you just got arrested for a DWI. But the Miz versus Shane McMahon will be a one-on-one match. Now, will they be facing each other with like a flashback to Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 21, where they're both the tag team champions and they fought to see who the better one was, and they both had the belts. So could I see the Miz and Shane McMahon keeping the belts and just facing off at WrestleMania? No, I don't see that happening. So you got to figure a way out how this is going to work. So I'm going to go with the Usos to win here. And then, of course, at Fastlane, when they get a rematch, maybe Shane McMahon turns on the Miz or the Miz turns on Shane McMahon. Either or, it's going to happen. I'm going to Usos to win here. So, we got that match out of the way. We got 2 more matches. I think that's it. Obviously, we got 3 more matches. Okay, let's touch on Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott. Now, leading up to WrestleMania, we know the whole issue with Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte. We're not going to get back into that again. Ronda's had great matches on her way up to WrestleMania. She had a great match against Sasha Banks. She had a great match against Bayley on Raw. I believe she fought... Who did she face at... She had a great match with Charlotte Flair at Survivor Series. Now she's going to face Ruby Riott. Now, this is for Ruby Riott to break out here. Now, she had a couple great matches on NXT. She's not had a standalone great match on the main roster yet. So, this is going to be for Ruby Riott to show us what she got. Now, of course, Ronda Rousey's going to win here. Do I see Charlotte Flair trying to interfere here? No. Do I see Becky trying to interfere here? No. Okay, people? If you guys want to know what I think Becky Lynch will do, I think Ronda's going to win here. I think in a couple weeks, I believe Ric Flair is having a birthday bash on Monday Night Raw. I believe he's doing that in a couple weeks. It's not too far away. It's going to be Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I see Becky Lynch coming back on Raw. That would be the perfect place to do that. No, not sooner than that. So, I see Becky Lynch, of course, Charlotte will be in the ring. Ric Flair will be in the ring. I see Becky Lynch possibly getting the disarmor on Ric Flair, forcing Charlotte Flair to make Becky Lynch back into the match. I don't see Vince McMahon coming out saying, you know what, Becky? All right, Becky, just stop. I see Charlotte Flair begging. Now, listen here. As great as the heel as Charlotte's been on SmackDown, to see Charlotte Flair beg Becky Lynch to stop the disarmor on Ric Flair, that would be the perfect way to get Charlotte to like, Vince, I don't care whoever Stephanie, just make her stop. And then Vince would probably come out and say, all right, Becky, you want this? You're back in the match. So, I mean, that would be the perfect way, in my opinion. I don't think Becky will be on the Elimination Chamber. Charlotte Flair, I think, will be on the Elimination Chamber. Maybe she has a standoff with Ronda Rousey after her match. But anyway, Ronda Rousey will win here against Ruby Riott. Now, let's get on to the Women's Tag Team Championship Elimination Chamber. First time ever. All right, we got Sasha Banks and Bayley, Nia Jax and Tamina, the other members of the Riot Squad, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan, the Iconics versus Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and we have Naomi and Carmella. Let's just get out of the way of people who are not going to win. Nia Jax, Tamina, don't see them winning. The Riot Squad members, don't see them winning. Naomi and Carmella, don't see them winning. That leaves me with 3 teams. Sasha and Bayley, the Iconics, and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Now, if you guys watch TV, watch the shows regularly, you see Vince was pushing Mandy Rose last month. Alright? The Iconics have not got that much great TV time. Compared to what they were in NXT, this is bullshit on SmackDown, okay? Sasha Banks and Bayley. Now, I don't know how true this was, people. A couple months ago, reports were they wanted whoever was the women's champions were going to face Trish Stratus and Lita. Now, do I think that's still on? The winners of this match here, whoever it is, to face Trish and Lita. Now, if that is to be true, the winners face Trish and Lita. No offense to Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville or to the Iconics. Sasha Banks and Bayley sounds a lot better to face Trish and Lita at WrestleMania than Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I'm just sorry about that, people. I'm going to go with my gut. If that plan is still on, how would you have Bayley and Sasha not win here? You get my drift, people? Now, if that rumor is not going to take place, where Trish and Lita are not going to wrestle on WrestleMania, I'm going to go with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville here. Because Vince has loved him some Mandy Rose. No kayfabe backstage. Vince really does like Mandy Rose. He sees her as a big time push. Okay, people? So I'm going to go with, my gut is telling me, listen, you kept Sasha and Bayley together for how long? For how long? It's just tough because I can see them going so many ways. It's like, if Trish and Lita are still going to face the winners here, I'm going to go with Sasha and Bayley. I'm just going to go with Sasha and Bayley. It makes sense. It just makes sense. Now, we're going to go with a backup plan, people. If Sasha and Bayley don't win, I'm going with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. So that's my backup plan. Now, these teams are both starting off the chamber, which is Sasha, Bayley, and Mandy, and Sonya Deville. So, plan A, Banks, Bayley. If they're going to face Trish and Lita, Banks and Bayley. If not, I'm going with Mandy and Sonya. So, but my gut, I'm going to go with Sasha and Bayley win. They have to win. You kept them together for how long? They have to win. So I'm going with Sasha and Bayley. All right. The main event here, people. This is not a hard decision. I'm sorry. This is not a hard decision, people, for this main event here. It's just not. I mean, I don't see no way, as my man Rob Parker would say, No way, no how, Daniel Bryan does not walk out with the belt. I'm just sorry, people. I'm just sorry. Now, the thing that's going to come about is this. You have Bryan, Styles, Orton, Joe, Hardy, Kofi Kingston. Listen here. With John Cena potentially, again, he's going to be done for this movie, I believe it's a week before WrestleMania. So, I mean, do you have Daniel Bryan have an open challenge at WrestleMania? And then out comes John Cena? I mean, it's just, to me, it's like, this is the really intriguing thing about Mania this year so far, is like, who will Daniel Bryan face? Who will he face at WrestleMania? That's the intriguing thing about this whole situation on SmackDown. Now, he's already faced AJ Styles how many times, people? Okay? He's faced Samoa Joe already. He's faced Jeff Hardy already. He's not faced Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton. He's faced. Who does Daniel Bryan face at Mania? That is the real intrigue here. So, I'm going with Daniel Bryan to beat everybody in this match. He'll be the last person to survive. Now, I've heard different speculation about maybe Bray Wyatt comes out of nowhere at the end of the chamber and attacks Daniel Bryan. Does Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan scream WrestleMania to you people? Even though they had a great match at the Royal Rumble, was it like 4 years ago? It's just, what has Bray Wyatt done since WrestleMania 31? You see what I'm saying, people? You're going to have to do a lot to build Bray Wyatt back up for me to even. If he is to face Daniel Bryan, you're going to have to build him back up, people. It's just not going to be snap of fingers, I care about Bray Wyatt out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying, people? But my gut is telling me, I mean, it's just like, this is the problem with, listen here. If you're going to have Charlotte and Becky go over to Raw, I said in my other video, people. Finn Balor versus Daniel Bryan. Worst case scenario. If you're going to have Charlotte Flair and Becky go to Raw, why can't Finn Balor come to SmackDown and face Daniel Bryan? Why can't a Bobby Roode come over to SmackDown and face Daniel Bryan? I mean, this is going to be crazy. But anyways, I'm going with Daniel Bryan. It's going to be really creative to see what they're going to do for Fastlane. Because again, who will Daniel Bryan face at WrestleMania? It's going to be very intriguing. So you guys, comment down below. Do you agree with my predictions? Are you thinking some other way that you think something else might happen? Let me know down below. Don't forget to like the video. Comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Now, I'm getting off work early on Sunday. So, if I get home early enough, we'll do a live reaction just to see what the hell happens on this show. If I get home a little bit later, I'll upload some videos for you guys of my reaction. I'll upload them onto YouTube. If I get home in time, we'll do a live reaction. If not, I'll just film myself and then upload them for you guys later so you guys can check out my reactions to the matches. But catch you guys later on Sunday. Have a blessed and safe day, people.